My child, listen carefully. This is not just another message. This is a final warning from heaven. If you are hearing this right now, it is no coincidence. The time is slipping away, and the battle in the spiritual realm has reached its peak. You have ignored the signs, dismissed the warnings, and turned away from the truth. But now, the heavens have spoken, and Archangel Michael has been sent with urgency. What happens next depends on the decision you make in this very moment. Before we uncover this urgent revelation, take a moment to do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 20,000 subscribers, and comment 99 to activate divine protection in your life. If you are truly chosen, you will stay with me until the very end because your spirit already knows this message is meant for you. God says, "My child, do you not hear me? Do you not feel the urgency pressing upon your spirit? Time is slipping away, and yet you continue to turn away from the truth I am trying to reveal to you. Archangel Michael has come before you again and again, but you have not listened. You have ignored the warnings, turned away from the signs, and shut your ears to the messages sent directly from the heavens. But no more. This is your final call. This is your last chance to see before it is too late. If you do not open your eyes now, you will regret it forever." The anger of the archangels is not something to take lightly. The spiritual realm has been shaking, trembling at what is about to unfold, and yet you continue as if nothing is happening, as if time is unlimited, as if you have the luxury to delay. But my child, hear me now. There is no more time for delay. No more time for hesitation. No more time for excuses. The future that awaits you depends on the decision you make in this very moment. Do you not know that the heavens have been calling your name? Do you not understand that I have sent my messengers to warn you? Do you not realize that the battles being fought in the spirit are because of you? The enemy has targeted you. The forces of darkness have set their sights upon you, and yet you remain unaware. You remain in a slumber, refusing to awaken to the truth that is right before your eyes. But no more, my child. No more can you afford to ignore this message. No more can you pretend that nothing is wrong. No more can you act as if the warnings are not for you, because they are for you. They have always been for you. And now you must make a choice. Will you finally listen? Will you finally take this seriously, or will you continue to walk blindly, unaware of the destruction that is coming if you do not act now? I have seen what has been happening behind your back. I have witnessed the secret meetings. I have heard the whispered conversations. I have seen the plots being formed against you, and I have sent my angels to protect you. But you must listen. You must obey. You must move according to my instruction, or else the plans of the enemy will unfold without resistance. Archangel Michael has been dispatched on your behalf, fighting battles you do not even realize are happening. The war has been raging, and the attacks have been relentless. Yet still, you go about your days unaware, as if nothing is happening. My child, open your eyes. Do not be fooled by the illusion of peace, for the storm is gathering. The enemy has been patient, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And now, that moment is near. If you do not act, if you do not listen, if you do not prepare, the consequences will be irreversible. You may think you have more time. You may think that you can delay just a little longer. But my child, do not be deceived. The enemy is counting on your delay. The enemy is hoping you will hesitate. The enemy is relying on your ignorance, and if you do not wake up now, it will be too late. The doors of protection are open, but they will not remain open forever. The opportunity to move, to shift, to escape the trap that has been set for you is here, but only for a short time. Archangel Michael is angry, not because he wishes to harm you, but because he has fought for you tirelessly, and yet you refuse to fight for yourself. He has carried out my orders. He has stood against the forces of darkness. He has battled for your destiny. But you, my child, must do your part. You must rise up. You must break free from the deception that has blinded you for so long. You must take this message seriously before it is too late. The woman you trusted has lied to you. The friend you believed in has betrayed you. The family member you confided in has been speaking against you. These are not just words. This is the truth. This is what has been happening in the shadows. While you have been distracted, while you have been looking in one direction, the real danger has been coming from another. But now I am exposing it. Now I am bringing it into the light. And now you must decide what you will do with this revelation. My child, do not let fear paralyze you. Do not let doubt hold you back. You have the strength to overcome. You have the power to break free. You have my angels surrounding you, ready to act at my command. But you must listen. You must obey. You must move when I tell you to move. There are things that have been hidden from you, secrets that have been kept from your knowledge. But my child, nothing is hidden from me. Nothing escapes my sight. I know the truth, and I am revealing it to you now. This is your moment of decision. This is your turning point. This is the moment that will determine everything that happens next. If you continue to ignore me, the doors that have been opened for you will close. The blessings that were on their way will be delayed. The protection that has been surrounding you will lift. This is not a game. This is not something you can afford to take lightly. This is the most important moment of your life, and you must not waste it. I have warned you before. I have sent signs before. I have spoken to you before. And yet you have ignored me. But this time, my child, if you ignore this, the consequences will be devastating. The future you desire will slip away. The destiny I have planned for you will be altered. The opportunities that were meant for you will be taken by someone else. This is not what I want for you. This is not what I have planned for you. But you must make the choice. The clock is ticking. The time is almost up. You do not have days. You do not have weeks. You have only moments left to respond. The spiritual realm is watching. The angels are waiting. The heavens are holding their breath. Will you finally listen? Will you finally act? Or will you continue to ignore the message that has been sent to you? Archangel Michael is here, standing before you. His sword is drawn. His command has been given. He will fight for you, but only if you allow him to. He will protect you, but only if you obey. He will go before you, but only if you listen. My child, do not let this moment pass you by. Do not turn away again. Do not make the same mistake you have made before. This is your final call. This is your last chance. This is the moment that will determine everything. Now you must decide. Now you must act. Now you must respond. Because if you do not, the future that awaits you will not be the one I planned. The enemy will win. The deception will stand. The betrayal will continue. And you will find yourself trapped in a situation that could have been avoided if only you had listened. But it is not too late yet. You still have a chance. You still have a choice. But that choice must be made now. The time for delay is over. The time for ignorance is over. The time for hesitation is over. My child, I am calling you. Will you answer? God says, my child, you have been running for too long. You have been turning away from my voice, ignoring the signs, avoiding the truth I have been placing before you. You have felt my presence. You have sensed my warnings. And yet, you continue to dismiss what I am showing you. But no more. Time is running out, and the moment has come for you to listen. Archangel Michael has been sent to deliver a message, but you have ignored it. He has been standing guard, waging wars on your behalf, fighting battles in the unseen. Yet, you have refused to acknowledge what is happening. My child, do you not understand? Your future depends on this. The choices you make now will shape the course of what is coming. You can no longer pretend that you do not hear me. You can no longer live in denial. The time for distractions is over. There is a reason why you are receiving this message now. There is a reason why this urgency has been placed before you. You are at a crossroads and you cannot afford to take the wrong path. The forces of darkness have been working against you, planting seeds of confusion, placing obstacles in your way, trying to keep you blind. But I am removing the blinders. I am exposing everything that has been happening behind the scenes. There is a woman, yes, a woman, who has been moving in deception. She has worked in silence, whispered words that have altered decisions, twisted the truth in ways you did not see. She has been close to you, pretending to care, pretending to be on your side. But she has been secretly working against you. And I have warned you about her. But you have ignored me. You have chosen to believe the illusion instead of the truth. But now, my child, I am tearing away the illusion. I am showing you what you have refused to see. You may feel confused. You may question why this is happening, but you must understand. This is not happening to you. It is happening for you. I am not trying to hurt you. I am trying to save you. You cannot move forward while carrying the weight of deception. You cannot step into your destiny while surrounded by those who do not truly stand with you. Archangel Michael is watching and he is angry. Not because he wishes to harm you, but because you have refused to protect yourself. He has given you signs. He has placed warnings before you. He has tried to open your eyes. But you have continued to walk toward destruction. You have continued to give your trust to the wrong people. And now, my child, the time for ignorance is over. You must listen. You must act. Your future is hanging in the balance. The decisions you make in the coming days will determine the course of your life. This is not an exaggeration. This is not a small moment. This is a divine turning point. And if you do not listen, if you do not act wisely, you will face consequences that you could have avoided. I am not telling you this to frighten you. I am telling you this because I love you, because I do not want you to walk into destruction, because I want you to step into the blessings that I have prepared for you, but I will not force you. You must choose. You must decide whether you will listen to my voice or continue to walk in blindness. Look around you. Look at the signs I have placed before you. Look at the things that have been happening in your life, the delays, the frustrations, the moments of confusion. These were not random. These were my warnings. These were my attempts to wake you up. And now, the final warning has come. You cannot ignore it. You cannot pretend that you did not see it. The time is now. The truth is before you. The exposure is happening. What will you do, my child? Will you listen? Will you finally open your eyes? Will you finally act? Or will you continue to ignore my voice until it is too late? Choose wisely. The heavens are watching. The angels are waiting. And your future depends on it. My beloved child, hear my voice, for I speak to you now with urgency. I am the Lord your God, and I have sent my messenger, the mighty Archangel Michael, to watch over you, to guide you, to protect you. Yet time and time again, you have turned away, ignoring the signs, refusing to listen, closing your heart to the warnings I have sent. Now, my child, the time of delay has ended. You must open your heart, open your mind, and receive this message, for your future depends upon it. Do not turn away this time. Do not ignore my voice, for I am calling out to you with love, but also with a firm hand. Archangel Michael is angered, not because he wishes to harm you, but because his duty is to protect you, to fight for you, and yet you continue to walk toward danger. He has been sent to guard you, to remove the obstacles that block your path, to fight against the forces that seek to bring you harm. Yet you have resisted his guidance. When you ignored the signs, he whispered in your ear. When you stumbled, he reached out to steady you. When you cried out in pain, he stood ready to lift you up. But still, you refused to see. My child, enough. The time for excuses has passed. The time for action is now. Do you not see the dangers that lurk around you? Do you not feel the weight of the darkness trying to consume your soul? The enemy has been working against you, whispering lies, planting seeds of doubt, luring you away from the path I have set before you. Yet I have not abandoned you. I have sent my warrior, my defender, my mighty Archangel Michael to stand at your side. But if you do not acknowledge his presence, if you do not heed his warnings, then you place yourself in grave peril. The battle for your soul is raging, and you must decide now which side you will choose. The heavens have watched as you wandered, as you strayed, as you allowed fear and doubt to rule your heart. I have given you strength, but you have refused to wield it. I have given you wisdom, but you have ignored it. I have given you signs, but you have closed your eyes to them. No more. This is my final warning to you. Open your heart now, receive my message, and act upon it. For if you delay, the consequences will be severe. You stand at a crossroads, and the path you choose will determine your fate. Do not think that my love has grown cold, for my love is eternal. I have been patient with you. I have waited for you. I have given you time to see the truth. But the time of waiting is over. The enemy moves swiftly, and if you do not stand with me, if you do not accept the protection of my Archangel, then you will be left vulnerable to the attacks that are coming. You have felt them already, the moments of despair, the times when you have questioned everything, the nights when fear gripped your heart. These are not coincidences, my child. These are warnings. These are signs. Open your eyes. Archangel Michael has stood beside you since the day of your birth. He has fought battles you did not even know were waged. He has shielded you from forces that sought to destroy you before you could fulfill your purpose. And yet, you still resist. Why do you fight the help I have sent? Why do you ignore the hand that reaches for you? You must trust in me, in my plan, in my warriors who fight on your behalf. You must listen to the voice of truth, for the lies of the enemy have only one goal: to separate you from me, to lead you into ruin, to take what I have promised to you. You think you have time. You think you can wait. You think you can ignore this message and continue as you have before. But I tell you, my child, you are mistaken. The time is short, and the enemy does not rest. You must take action now. Surrender your fears. Surrender your doubts. Surrender your stubbornness, and listen to my words. I am calling you back to me, and I will not let you go without a fight. But you must meet me halfway. You must open your heart. You must acknowledge my presence. You must accept the guidance of my Archangel, for he is my warrior, my messenger, and he stands ready to lead you into victory. This is not a gentle request. This is a command, spoken with love, but with urgency. I am your God, and I am calling you to rise up. No longer can you walk in ignorance. No longer can you pretend that you do not hear. You hear me now. You feel these words in your soul. You know the truth. And now you must act upon it. Remove from your life the things that have kept you bound. Cut away the influences that have led you astray. Turn away from the distractions that keep you from my presence. Seek me, and you will find me. Call upon my Archangel, and he will answer. But you must be willing. You must take the first step. Do not fear, my child. Though this message is urgent, it is also filled with hope. I do not bring you words of doom, but of salvation. I do not seek to punish, but to redeem. I do not desire your suffering, but your freedom. But freedom requires action. It requires faith. It requires obedience. Will you obey me now? Will you trust in my plan? Will you accept the help that I have sent? The choice is yours. But I tell you this: if you choose to ignore this message, if you choose to continue down the path of avoidance and denial, you will feel the weight of that choice. Do not wait for suffering to force your hand. Choose me now, and I will lift you into the destiny I have created for you. The time is now, my child. The battle is here. Do not delay. Do not ignore this. Open your heart. Receive my message and walk forward with faith. I am with you. I have always been with you, and I will never leave you. But you must choose to walk with me. Do it now. Amen.